Hello, Scorpios. Welcome to Tarot in the Dark. My name is Tori. Tonight we're going to take a look at the upcoming week. This is going to be the week of July 7th through Sunday, July 13th. And we do have a full moon in Capricorn on Thursday the 10th. Keep in mind that Capricorn energy is very strong. This could be a challenge for you. Honestly, I think that all of us water signs are probably really feeling this energy, but the Cancer energy in general, it seems very intense to me. And there's a lot of astrological events taking place this month. So I would take a look at your, like an astrological reading if you choose to, but it may give you a little more insight. But the full moon in Capricorn is going to be all about releasing the things that have been keeping you stuck, okay? Those unhealthy attachments and habits that you have been attached to. When I was starting your reading, I was meditating. It's 5 o'clock right now, guys, so there's going to be lots of changes occurring in your life. This week is going to be a week of change. But in particular, what I heard was this week is going to be about something that you've always known. Because they said something that you always knew. So I don't know what that means, but something that you always knew for Scorps. What do we have? Oh, pleasure. Ooh, I love this. Forgiveness is at the bottom of the deck here. This is a release, guys. Like a surrender. You're surrendering to enjoying life. I feel like a lot of you have been resistant to enjoying life, and I'm based on what I'm picking up on, it feels like it was due to a lack of trust. A lack of trust and a desire to maybe want to control a little bit, like wanting to control the outcome, wanting to control and prevent yourself from being affected or injured by someone else, right? Like I've had my heart broken several times before. I refuse to just give my heart over to somebody and let them hurt me again. It feels like that type of energy, but it could be also in regards to some type of access to something that you have desired for a long time, like childhood. It feels very destined to me. That's where that's coming through. I'm hearing that this is something that you've had to climb a mountain to get to. You've had to take your time and endure the process to be able to get here, and to see and accept the fact that pleasure could be granted to you in this specific area is challenging for you. And I think it's because there's something about independence and trust that keeps coming through, guys. Like it's hard for you to trust that things are going to work out in your favor. It's hard for you to trust the light on the other side. Something like that. Okay, yeah, look at this past life energy at the back of the deck. Guys, this is something to do with your heart. Something to do with healing your heart and allowing love and light in. And I do think for a lot of you Scorps, you have had some very challenging times. Sometimes that situations, relationships, business partnerships, work places, whatever has taken place has caused you to be guarded, and it's because of fear. For some of you, I'm hearing death, so I don't know what that means. Like some of you could have a fear of death or fear of people around you dying. Something like that is coming through. Very interesting. But you're clearing out this past life energy, this past life karma that's kind of been holding you back. Okay, this is a new deck that I have. I'm not going to read the actual book unless I'm told to. I do want to just intuitively give the messages as I see them. So we'll just set this aside here and we'll come back to it if we need to. Oceana. I love this card. It's beautiful. Okay. I heard your willingness to get your feet wet is what's taken place this week. So it's almost as if you hadn't been willing to put your feet in the water. Like you weren't really willing to test the waters. And it's like this week you're kind of willing to get your feet wet just to see what it feels like. And I think it's because you have here with this forgiveness, you know how it says forgiveness, but I was picking it up as a surrender. It's because you've surrendered to the divine. You've surrendered to God. Look, flexibility is at the bottom of that. Yeah, there's something that you have been willing to sacrifice. I think you've kind of figured out, like, if I don't sacrifice this, then I could end up living the same life that I lived in the past life. So it's like a deep dive. Like you're willing to tap into, not a deep dive. I shouldn't say that. Thank you, Spirit. They were like, no, not a deep dive. They ain't going deep, but you're willing to get your feet wet. Okay, hold on. There's something else here. You're willing to get your feet wet, and it's because you or someone else, take this as it resonates, but it feels to me like you are seeing that there's a lot of potential in this. Almost like you've been getting downloads in regards to whatever this situation is, that you're seeing the potential in it. And I think whatever it is, whether it's a person or a new job, something that a house or apartment that you want to move into, whatever it is, it makes you feel seen as well. Something about it is validating to you. Okay, so whatever this is, it's giving you pleasure because it's validating you. It seems like it's very much in alignment with you as well. And I think whatever it is, how do I explain this? If it's another party, that person is not going to take away from you. They're not going to steal your shine, okay? They're not going to, okay, that's it. Libra, it could be a relationship, y'all, because we got Libra energy at the bottom of the deck. Whoever or whatever situation this is in regards to, it doesn't take away from you being who you are. Like, I feel like you think that you can be your authentic self with this person or in this situation, and that's why you're choosing to find pleasure in it and release your, like, surrender and release your need to control the outcome or the narrative. The Aries energy here, this is absolutely something that is passionate, okay? And something that is requiring action on your part. It's almost as if Spirit is saying, if you want pleasure, you have to be willing to take action. And taking action is something as simple as putting your feet in the water. But again, that Aries energy, and while there's Aries, the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, that Aries energy is giving me the vibe of you not wanting to engulf yourself in something that takes away from your independence. There's a big message here about independence, but there's something in your past life that Spirit is working on helping you and supporting you, your guides, your team, to overcome in regards to your heart space. Your ancestors, or even you in a past life, could have been very guarded and protected, unwilling to make and take a sacrifice and a chance on a relationship or a business venture for fear of being hurt, wounded, taken advantage of, taken for granted. And it was like your life has been hard enough, okay? Ancestors, whoever in the past life, my life's been hard enough. That's what they were saying. I cannot afford to take another hit. And you could have noticed in your life that you have a very hard time with trusting and overcoming your fears around opening up your heart space. But this definitely feels very much like related to love. And it feels like whoever this person is making you feel very safe and secure. Look at that. That is pleasure with the 9 of Cups. That's also overindulgence. I'm feeling a lot of sacral chakra energy, guys. That is schmexual energy. And look, I love when you guys show up for your reading, Scorps. We got your death card here. This is transforming. This is transforming. There's an epiphany. See, this is the same thing as this. I love the energy when Spirit just clarifies, makes things so clear. See, this is the same energy. Forgiveness. This is a surrender, a resistance. This is a resistance, right? Holding back. You've been holding back, potentially blocking yourself. Not potentially, I heard you have been blocking yourselves from enjoying and living your best life. And something happens. You get this epiphany. You see this person online, because this is online social media. I'm picking up on IG for some reason, but you see this person on Instagram and you're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I have to. You reach out to them or they reach out to you, and you find out how connected you truly are to this person. It transforms your outlook on everything, which is why you're willing to now get your feet wet. I love it. I love it, Scorps. This is fantastic, because the thing is that, you know, I'm hearing that better to have loved than not have loved at all. I think that's a Genuine song from like the 90s. But it's like, if you're not willing to take the risk, and that's what judgment is. Judgment is like, what do you want to do? What do you want, Scorps? What do you want? Do you want to be single, independent, and lonely for the rest of your lives? Or do you want to try to create some type of support system? Do you want to have community? Do you want to have partnerships and relationships that are balanced? Because there is somebody out there who's not going to take away from who you are, right? Especially with that Nine of Cups, that's an independent energy too. No one's going to take away from you indulging in your me time as long as you communicate effectively with them. But also too, with Judgment here, this is a spiritual connection, especially with past life here at the bottom of the deck. Libra energy, this is a balanced connection. A very passionate one, because y'all got my sacral down here going crazy. It's a very passionate relationship. This person is going to meet you in the middle. And it's very interesting. It's like screaming at me that we start with Judgment and we end in death, transformation. So you are accepting the call. You see that transformation? You're accepting the call. You heard the call, stressed you the heck out. And then at some point this week, you decided to surrender. And you're like, forget it. Forget it. I'm going to forgive everything and everyone that happened to me in the past. And I'm going to take a leap because I'm seeing the Fool right now. And by the end of this week, there's this transformation in your life. You no longer have to protect yourself and try to keep yourself safe because the energy is transformed. You understand that those things in your life that needed to died because something new and better needed to come in. Now this is time for you to be happy. Okay, let's clarify, please, Spirit. Judgment, Nine of Cups, in order, please. Thank you. The Fool. Did I say the Fool was going to come out? Because I was feeling that energy. I swear if I didn't, I should have said it. Oh, shucky ducky quack quack. The Four of Wands, Scorps. Oh my God. Who you about to marry? This person got you ready to, you guys, I'm hearing this song. Oh my God, and my nose is itching. Y'all got me bent right now. I'm bent out of shape doing your reading, Scorps. This is fantastic. I love this. Oh my God. Talk about reciprocity. I'm hearing that song by, I think her name is Rashida from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I think it's something like make me want to marry you, make me want to marry you. I don't know, it's like a ghetto like trap song, but it's basically she's saying make him want to marry me is what she's saying. Look, the Two of Wands, you had to make a decision. Either you were going to surrender to the divine or you were going to continue walking this path with this Emperor energy here of Aries of needing to control the situation. Wow. Oh my God. The Lovers is next or what? The Emperor. What? I love this. I love this. The Hermit's at the bottom of the deck. Let me get serious because I'm probably screaming in your ears, but this is so exciting. Look at this reading. Who wouldn't want this? This is literally like Jupiter expansion, luck from transformation that you have done. You took control over the things that were dead in your life. You went chasing after the sun, embracing your natural energy to transmute and transform anything in your way. And I'm seeing like this horse with this skeleton like trample on everything that blocks him from getting to the sun. He wants to allow these endings to occur. This is about allowing and accepting and embracing the endings because you know that something new is coming in. And I don't know why, I've never seen this before, but they're showing the Emperor as having a baby. It's almost as if this little thing that he's holding has a baby in it. And you knew that you needed to transform your thought process so that you could birth this beautiful new thing. And with this Ankh, this is about wisdom and secret knowledge, right? This past life, ancestral knowledge of needing to clear out what was standing in your way. So now the momentum is on. You've gained control over the fears surrounding transforming and allowing yourself to get your feet wet. And although this seems like it's moving fast, this Eight of Wands is about something happening, especially with Judgment, the Death here, the Fool, something happening quickly, like someone messages you and you're like, oh shoot, I wasn't expecting that. but then you slow it down. It takes time to get to the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, okay? It takes a while to get to the Emperor status. It takes a while to get to the Nine of Cups energy. Not nine, you're going from being single, independent to taking a risk on a relationship. But this is also, I'm seeing you elevate. You're going from the Nine of Cups to the Emperor. That's a huge elevation. And it's because you were willing to take a risk. And I love this. And Spirit is just asking me to remind you that you don't have to do this fast. Taking the risk, accepting the call, not operating in fear, but embracing the journey that's been placed before you can go slow. You can still remain independent. They're showing all these energies of independence, right? You can move slow. Look, the Knight of Cups here. This ain't the King of Cups yet. It's the Knight of Cups. Be practical. Look, Temperance. This is all clarification, okay? Take your time. Go slow in this relationship. Get to know them. Be very, very, very practical about your approach in getting to know the other party. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is absolutely about love. Date them, court them, right? When you court somebody, you're assessing their emotional availability, their intelligence. You're assessing whether or not they're clean. Do they wipe their butts? Do they clean out their ears? Do they clean their belly button, right? You don't have to rush. You're assessing to make sure that this aligns with who you are. So this is almost like a compare and contrast week for you to, as you take this risk and you embark on these pleasures, getting your feet wet, allow yourself to compare and contrast what you like and what you don't like. But I'm going to tell you right now, looking at this, you are going to love this person and they are going to love you back. You could absolutely be dealing with a Pisces, you could be dealing with a Sag, or you could be dealing with an Aries. Strong Aries energy here, Sag and Pisces energy. This is beautiful, guys. Have an amazing week. If you're still here, drop a red heart or something passionate, because this is very passionate. Again, strong sacral energy. You're going to be ready to hop in this person's bed, but be careful. Be careful, because you could end up getting somebody pregnant on the first night, okay, with that 10 of Cups energy there. So be careful. Anyways, love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.